Cal, you mentioned the core you had heading into the Missouri game with Billy, TB, and DJ. I wonder, since they were obviously on the team last year, are they telling the younger guys like Malik, Isaiah, and Darius just the intensity level that gets picked up in the postseason, or is that something you kind of have to tell them before this weekend?
I don't know if they have, but I imagine they've talked about it, you know, because we did step on the gas last year. And those we got in the tournament, we elevated, and it wasn't one guy, it was everybody. And our defense became like pretty good. But we were a top 10 defensive team all of last year. This year, and today we'll meet before practice. It'll all come back to the reason defense matters in the NCAA tournament. It's about one game, not the best of three, four, five. It's one game. That means if you're not shooting the ball well, which could happen, you better be defending so you can keep the game close. If you're not defending, you're going to be down 18-20 in an NCAA tournament game. Well, in the old days, that used to be history. Now it seems like people come back from that too. But you don't want to put yourself in that position when it's one game and you fall off a cliff. So defense will matter. And I think we'll talk about it again today and tomorrow. Let's really shore up and make sure we're doing the things defensively we have to do.
In your coaching experience, you feel like you've had maybe that team that was farther ahead offensively, and then postseason time they kind of picked it up. Is that something you've seen in your career that they really ratcheted up defensively when it came tournament time?
Yeah, my teams have. This team has kind of been where we are defensively, but we're so good offensively. Well, we had a couple games where we shot 38% and won, but that's because those games we really guarded. And so we could do that. But if you're shooting 50 and they're shooting 52, guess what? You're losing. And so, yeah, we've got work to do. But these kids have a fight and they have a desire and a will to win, and it's going to come down to that. And I'm trying to get them to talk to each other. Less got to come from me. More comes from hold each other accountable. You don't have to be mean about it. Now, maybe on the third time you tell a guy you got to be mean, but talk to each other out there, cover for each other. So I'm anxious to see. But that's this time of year, that's what this will all come down to. Even in this tournament, the next tournament, it's all the same. You got to be able to guard in case you're not shooting the ball well.
And Cal, last one for me on that note, is there someone, I think we all know who the best player on the team is, but is there someone that you feel like is the most vocal, that talks the most on defense, that's really stepped up in that area to what you're talking about?
DJ's probably the best we have. And his energy level's off the charts, and he defensively is where he's supposed to be. He knows, what the schemes are. And then you have Billy, who may not say anything, but is always near the ball, always tipping a ball away, always getting a tough rebound, always coming weak side, always in a position to help. So, those two are probably the best. And I'll be honest, you have Malik Thomas did a great job on really good scores for like 3 games in a row, where he played the guy because of his length, because he is 6'5". Was able to play one of their best scorers on the other team.
Daniel, wrap us up, please.
Yeah, just one for me. Excuse me. I mean, you talked after the Missouri game, you had that conversation with Malik and mentioned Chris Wilcox in there. Obviously you responded really well. I'm curious, just in the last few days, I mean, is that kind of saying the same as well as, as far as, getting that kind of level of play out of him this weekend?
Yeah, and I worked him out yesterday. He was here. I had him come over and I worked him out myself, and it was conditioning and different things. And I'm like, it doesn't matter making shots, making layups, making free throws. That bothers you. It doesn't bother one soul on our staff. Just be alert, be sprint the court on offense and defense, bounce on defense, be early, help, talk and pick and roll. If you do all those things, you're a natural offensive player. It'll happen. but you got to lock in on this defense. And that's some things we did yesterday. I kept telling him, I'm not giving up on you. So, let's go.
Yeah, and I noticed, he didn't there wasn't any mention of him on senior night. I mean, obviously he's going to need a waiver to play next year. Is that something you guys are trying to work through to bring him back?
We
Potentially for
haven't
next year.
started that process yet. We haven't started anything with anybody really.
Okay, that's all I got. Appreciate it.